Hey Narwhals, my name's Luke Narwhal, and today we're going to be reading Ask Reddit. What's the one change you made that resulted in the most weight loss? Also, before we start, I checked the video statistics today, and only about 15% of our viewers who watch are subscribed. So here's a short message reminding you to subscribe and join our awesome YouTube community, the Narwhals.
Do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! What are you waiting for? Just do it! Yes, you can! Just do it!
Stop eating when you feel the first hint of being full. I had that epiphany one day and started doing it every time. I went from 250 to 210 in about 6 months. After that, I started going to the gym and got down to 190. Overeating was my problem. I would fix huge meals 2 times a day, probably around 4,000 calories total. Even as an adult, my parents would always rag on me to finish my plate. I had to tell them a plate of food is not a contract. Same here, I still have a problem with leaving leftover food. There was a saying my grandparents had that roughly translates to, "It's better your belly bursts than good food goes to waste." I'm not a fan of wasting food, but I do think you should know how to average the amount of food you need to feel full. Something as simple as using a smaller plate can make a difference. Although I tend to have a problem where I don't eat enough for dinner in an attempt to restrict calories, but then wind up too hungry to fall asleep and need to eat something before bed. No sugar, followed closely by no white foods, white rice, white bread, potatoes, whole grain carbs only, and leaner meats. Lost 50 pounds in 6 months, kept it off 5 years now, feel a lot better. This works amazingly. This plus exercise works double amazingly. I'm at 37 pounds down after 4-ish months, and it feels fantastic. Start riding bikes. My father-in-law gave me his old road bike. I started riding a little at first, then eventually started riding to work and back. I lost 40 pounds in a year. I wasn't severely overweight. And after only a year of riding, I easily completed a century, 100-mile ride. I gained some weight back, particularly in winter, but the great thing about getting experience biking is that once you get a bike, you always have it. It is always easy to get back into, and once you learn how, you can make commuting, shopping, leisure, exercise rides convenient, and you find yourself looking for ways to integrate it into your life. Started going for fruit whenever I felt like snacking. I lost about 10 kilograms, 22 pounds, and gained a lasting resentment of apples. I also resent apples. I eat them because they're convenient, sugary, and have fiber, but man, I think I might hate them. I eat Fuji apples. They are crisp and tasty. Honeycrisp, best apples out there when in season, hands down. Honeycrisps are my crack, man. One a day lets me beat the crap out of the doctor and assert my dominance. Portion control. A portion of porridge is 50 grams. Weigh it out. If it looks small to you, then just deal with it. Drink a tall glass of water with it and eat slow. Stop overeating. I feel like this was honestly the hardest thing I had to change, and I'm still working on it. I ate relatively decent meals, just too much of them. You don't need 4 egg omelets, even if they're filled with delicious veggies. I don't need 2 helpings of pasta. I can eat 1 chicken breast instead of 2. I had a love affair with food. I don't drink soda or juice. I didn't really eat fast food. I didn't eat all processed garbage. I just couldn't put 1 scoop of anything on my plate and not feel like it was never enough. Drinking lots of water at meals helps, as did eating slow, as you suggested. I also stopped trying to match my spouse. If I'm not hungry yet, I don't eat yet. I spent way too much time eating because I was supposed to be eating. I don't need to have a fudge pop too because he has one. I don't need to make a sandwich and soup if I'm fine with just the soup. But honestly, exercise does the best for me. I could diet and watch my calories for months with very small weight loss, but when I exercised, I lost weight much faster, even if I cheated a little on my calories. I hate this answer, but exercise. Forget supplements and diet aid pills, for now at least, and just force yourself to walk or run every day. I went a little crazy, walking 2 hours a day. Whatever pace is comfortable, just do something. Coming from someone who has always moaned about his weight and tried everything except hard work, trust me, it works. Bonus, you can splurge on Chipotle and still stay slim if you work out. Best reason to work out ever. Eat less and move more. Water is pretty cool too. I found that simply drinking 2 liters of water a day helped my digestion and made my stomach much flatter. Water equals less bloating. I used to be a fat lineman during high school. After football was over, I just said, I don't need to be big anymore. Then I ate a little bit less, no soda or fast food. Then ran roughly a mile Monday to Friday. I dropped the weight fast, lost about 25 pounds the first month. No soda, sub water, cardio, and weights. Becoming diligent about keeping track of my workouts. How far did I run? How long did it take? What did I do in the gym? How many reps? How much weight? For me, having proof that my hard work is making me fitter over time has been much more effective than any change to my diet. Getting diagnosed with hypothyroidism, underactive thyroid. I exercised, watched what I ate, and could barely maintain mid 200 pound range numbers. After I got injured and was unable to do workouts or cardio, I went up to 350 to 360 pounds. Now that I'm on medication and they've gotten the dosage right, it's only taken 5 years of adjusting dosages upwards. Over the last year and a half since the dosage has evened out, I've lost well over 100 pounds and am now 230. I still need to lose another 30 to 40 pounds to be fit, but thyroid meds really can be the difference between obesity and a healthy weight for some people. For what it's worth, I was a personal trainer before. I practiced an extremely clean diet, did cardio twice a day, 6 days a week, weights 3 to 4 days a week, and was only ever able to get into the 240s. It is a glandular condition. Anorexia, but I wouldn't recommend it. A few weeks ago, I posted about my dieting weight loss and tips and had to leave out some information on exactly how I did it. First off, I'm a male and now 24 years old, but was 22 when I started the diet. In retrospect, I'm pretty sure I'd be diagnosed as anorexic. I am not a psychologist/psychiatrist. I had an unhealthy attitude towards food, ate the same exact thing every day, and ate only 800 to 1,000 calories a day. Sometimes it was 600. I had to avoid all free food as a graduate student, and even getting meals with friends was difficult. I may have purged only once or twice. I had no one watching my intake. I lived alone in a new city and was desperate to get to a healthy weight. I finally hit 175 from 300 6 months after beginning. For about 10 months after, I obsessively watched what I ate. I stayed around 175, give or take 5 pounds. After, I crashed in October and determined that I needed to stop being so obsessive about my intake. I eat much healthier now. I have a much healthier outlook on food and avoid using the phrase binge when I cheat. They're refeeds. Lifting really helps with that because on days when I cheat, oh my god, my lifts feel amazing. I still run for my heart, and I still watch my intake to maintain a healthy body weight. When people ask about how I lost weight, I tell them the core information: count calories, get moving, calories more important than moving, and leave out the anorexia. I'm amazed I didn't injure myself in that time, and hopefully will have no long-term side effects. I do not want to even come close to convincing someone that following my diet plan exactly is healthy or even remotely intelligent. Stick with a reasonable diet goal. Please do not go below 1,500 calories or so for guys unless under medical supervision or you're that insane ABCDE diet. Count your calorie intake. Use a calculator if you need to, but it doesn't need to be exact. I started doing it to gain weight actually, but if you want to manipulate your weight in any way, you need to be aware of your intake because at the end of the day, it's calories in, calories out. Joined the United States Marine Corps. Best damn weight loss program I've ever been involved with. Lost 80 pounds over the course of 13 weeks at Paris Island, then put most of it back on as muscle over the following 4 years. Then I got out, rediscovered beer and pizza, and now I'm a fat civilian. Gastric sleeve surgery. Expensive, but after 30 years of trying other things, it worked like a champ. Down 150 pounds. Giving up soda was huge for me. I went from drinking 3 to 4 cans a day to now maybe 2 to 3 a week. It's helped me stay healthier, and I just feel a lot better all around. You didn't exactly give up soda, you just cut back. 2 to 3 a week, while not a lot for you, is quite a lot for some people. I personally recommend trying to actually give up soda, at least for a month or so. You'd be surprised how good the results would be. Watch the carbs. Before I first started taking my health and weight seriously back in late 2006, I would just eat what my parents ate. That meant I was having a mountainous plate of rice with some kind of curried meat and potatoes with virtually no vegetables. My fruit and vegetable intake was little more than my morning banana and mid-afternoon apple. With very little change in exercise, I was always fairly active though. I lost about 15 pounds in a month by filling half of my plate with some steamed veggies and then having a quarter plate of rice with whatever meat and potato-based curry I was eating for the day. I force myself to keep track of every single thing I eat, no matter how much of it I eat. A single chip, write it down, along with the nutritional info. This makes you aware of how much mindless snacking you do throughout the day, and you're more likely to forego something you don't need because you're tired of writing it all down. Doing this has also helped me realize that I can consume well under 2,000 calories in a day and still be perfectly satisfied. I started trying to lose some weight. The only thing I've done is stop drinking soda and have lost roughly 15 pounds so far. Sugar is a hell of a drug. When I was diagnosed with gestational diabetes, I had to cut out sugar and actually was losing weight during my last trimester of pregnancy. It was horribly terrifying. My belly was growing, but the rest of me faded away. Luckily, the baby was not affected and is a bright, healthy kid now. This happened to my girlfriend's aunt. I don't think she had diabetes, but she was told to cut the excess sugar out, and by the time she was ready to give birth, she already looked skinnier in the face and legs. The same with me. Not drinking soda helped lose quite a bit of weight, but I also realized that you're actually better off drinking regular rather than diet. I'm not sure if this is the case for everyone, but for me, I think that the artificial sweeteners in diet sodas and drinks cause our appetites to spike, because every time I have a diet soda, I suddenly get the munchies, even when I'm not hungry, while a regular soda doesn't have the same effect. And that brings us to the end of the video, Narwhals. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss future videos like this. Also, subscribe to join our awesome YouTube community, the Narwhals. Thank you for watching, and until next time, have a good one, Narwhals.